Commanding and forbidding. Some common sense observations. You cannot command or forbid in the past tense. You cannot command yourself. You cannot command or forbid someone who's not there. It is easier to forbid than to command. And a grammatical command isn't always really a command. It could be a suggestion, a motivation, a permission, advice, request, imperative, or even sarcasm. So for forbidding, we take la and the lightest present tense in the second person. For example, don't go. It is for you, singular, masculine. So we take the second person present tense, that is tadhabu, then we make it lightest, which is tadhab, and then we put la in front of it. So we say la tadhab. Some other examples would be don't eat, ta'kulina, then we make it lightest, ta'kuli, that is we remove the extra noon and then we add a la. So la ta'kuli would mean don't eat. When we want to say don't learn, all of you, so we take the fi'l mudari, tata'allamuna, then we remove the extra noon to make it lightest, tata'allamu, and then we add a la, making tata'allamu. La tata'allamu would mean don't learn, all of you. To say don't write, all of you feminine, we take the fi'l mudari for all of you feminine, taktubna, and then its lightest form stays the same, taktubna, and we add a la before it. So la taktubna would mean don't write, all of you feminine. To make a command, we start with the lightest second person and we remove the first ta. After that, if the word can be read, we leave it alone. But if the word cannot be read, that is it's starting with a sukoon, we add a helper alif. This helper alif will have a haraka depending on the second to last letter. So second to last letter in the huwa of present tense, if that has a dhamma, then the helper alif gets a dhamma. Otherwise, the helper alif gets a kasra. For example, for go, you masculine, we start with tadhabu. We make it lightest, tadhab. Then we remove the ta, making the with a sukoon and hub, the hub. But we can't say it, so we have a helper alif. And then for the helper alif, because the second to last letter ha has a fatha on it, therefore we put a kasra, idhab. It does not have a dhamma. If it had a dhamma, if ha had a dhamma, we would have said udhub. But because it does not have a dhamma, we say idhab. So idhab would mean go. Help. Tansuru, for help, all of you feminine, tansurna. We make it lightest and it stays the same, tansurna. Then we remove the ta and become nsurna. We cannot say it very well, so we add a helper alif. And the haraka on the helper alif would be a dhamma because the second last letter, swad, has a u on it. So it becomes unsurna. To help, unsurna. Help, all of you feminine. For learn, for you feminine, we take the verb which is tata'allamina, we make it lightest, tata'allami, and we remove the ta. So it becomes ta'allami. We don't need any extra helper alif because we can say it clearly. Ta'allami.